All right, hey guys, I wanted to go over your Wednesday assignment. Your Wednesday assignment will be solving one-step linear equalities and graphing them, with also maybe a couple questions reviewing actually having the inequality and then graphing it on a number line. So for the first part, if we look at this one here, solve the problems below, then graph your solution on the number line. So one thing to note when we are working with these one-step inequalities, they are exactly the same as one-step equations, exactly the same. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to see that you're subtracting 5. So you're going to do the opposite and you're going to add 5. Draw your line, add 5. Okay, draw my line this way so that my x is going to be less than or equal to. That's the only difference. We're not putting equal sign there. We're actually following the comparison symbol. So that's going to be x is less than or equal to 3 plus 5, which we know will get positive 8. Now, again, make sure your letter is left. And in this fact, the letter is on the left. The next thing is to check, is my circle going to be open on my graph or closed? And I do have a line underneath my comparison symbol, so I know that my circle is closed. Now, when you get a number line like this, you can make, your numbers anywhere. It doesn't have to be you find the exact middle. I can make, this right here could be 8. And if I did that, I just had to make sure that this would be 7, this would be 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and this would be 9, because as we go right, our number line increases, and as we go to the left, our number line decreases. So since I do have a line underneath my comparison symbol, I'm going to draw my point, and then it's going to be a closed circle. So I'm going to fill that in. Now, since my letter is to the left, I can look to see which way my arrow was pointing, and it is saying x is less than, and it also was showing me that it's pointing that way. So I can just draw my line this way and showing that whatever this variable is, we don't know what it is, but it either could be 8, it could be 7, it could be 6, 5, 4, 3, all the way as far as we want to go to the left. But that's what that line does mean there, is that x is either equal to that or less than 8. Okay. All right. Let's go to the next one here. The next one we have n plus 4, okay, is greater than -5. All right, so for that one, we see that we're adding 4, so we're going to do the opposite and subtract 4. They cancel out because that makes a 0 pair. Draw my line. So n, and do this so we can divide it, n is going to be greater than -5 minus 4, okay? So remember, when we are subtracting integers, remember it'll be -5 minus 4. Remember, we can KFC that, keep, flip, change. That only happens when we're subtracting integers. So we can keep the first number the same, flip the subtraction to addition, and then change the second number. So since it was positive, we'll make it a -4. Now, remember your addition rules for integer. Same sign add, different sign subtract. So since these are the same sign, we are going to add. So 5 plus 4 gives me 9. And then remember, same sign, keep the sign, different, keep the larger. And so since they're the same, we'll keep those. So n is going to be greater than -9. Again, this number line, I can put my numbers wherever I want to. So let's say if I put -9 right here, that means this one will be -8, -7. On this side here, excuse me, let me undo that. Here we go. Remember, the left gets smaller, so we make this -10, -11, -12. And then over here would be -8, -7, because as we go to the right, we're getting closer to 0. Our value is getting bigger. As we go to the left, our value is getting less than. It's getting away from 0. So if I don't have a line underneath my comparison symbol, that means my point is open. And it's saying whatever number n is going to be greater than -9. So since greater than, we'll draw our letter to the right. Okay. Now, again, letter was already left, so I didn't have to worry about that. So remember, if your letter is not left, remember, after you solve for your variable, make sure you know where the beak's pointing and flip that. But for these two that we just worked out, the letter was definitely already left. Then we look to see what operation we was doing first. It's just like one-step equations. So I saw that I was adding 4, so I do the opposite and subtract 4 on both sides. Okay. Once you figure that out, you got to determine, is it less than, greater than, or equal to? If it does not have that line underneath, remember it's an open circle. If it does have the line, remember you need to fill your circle in. Okay. And let's go ahead and clear that. And just one more here. So we have t minus -4 is greater than or equal to 11. So first step, draw my line. I see that it's subtracting -4. So I'm going to do the opposite with that, and I'm going to add -4 to both sides. Okay. So add -4, add -4. Okay. Draw my line. So bring my variable out. T is going to be greater than or equal to, and remember we're adding integers now, so we have to say same sign add, different sign subtract. So these are actually different, so I'm actually going to subtract that. Okay, so 11 minus 4, we know we get 7, and remember same sign, keep the sign, different, keep the larger. And since they're different, we'll keep the larger one here, which was a positive, so we will leave it as t is greater than or equal to 7. Okay, so that is our answer for that one. And then we didn't have a line for that one, a graphs. So if we had to graph it though, let's say that this is our number line. And we had, let's just say 7 was here. Okay, that means since we have a line underneath that, that means we're going to draw our circle, our point, and fill it in, because our variable, we don't know what our variable is, but it could equal to 7, or it could be greater than. So we're going to draw it to the right. So that's how it would look on the number line. Okay. All right. Thanks.